The truth always finds its way out. No matter how deeply it's buried, no matter how long it's hidden, at the right moment, truth reveals itself. And sometimes when it does, it shatters everything. What you're about to watch is not just another headline. This is a story that will shake you, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. A story of culture, family, and a mystery that refuses to stay quiet. Have you ever stopped to wonder why Sudiksha's parents wrote that letter to Dominican authorities, asking them to declare their daughter dead? Was it grief? Was it guilt? Or was it something deeper, something tied to ancient traditions, unspoken shame, or a decision they never truly wanted to make? The moment that letter was signed, everything changed. And let me tell you right now, make sure you subscribe to our exclusive channel Access, where we'll be sharing information that won't be available anywhere else. This Friday, we're releasing something only exclusive members will see. A shocking local news update revealing that two men claim to have witnessed exactly what happened to Sudiksha and where her body is. This is based on the latest update we just received today from reliable sources in the Dominican Republic. To understand why Sudiksha Konanki's parents made the heartbreaking request to declare her dead, you have to understand their world, their beliefs, their culture. Mr. Sudiksha Konanki and Ms. Sridevi Konanki moved to the United States in 2006. They settled in South Riding, Virginia, where they raised 3 children, Sudiksha, their eldest, and 2 younger siblings. According to Bali Ajasta, an Indian culture and spiritual expert and somebody else who is a local close family friend, the Konankis maintained strong cultural traditions. They had a solid relationship with Sudiksha, but as she grew older, she became more Americanized, drifting from the strict cultural expectations of her home. In their tradition, daughters aren't just children, they're sacred responsibilities. Girls are expected to avoid parties, stay home after 8 p.m., never travel alone, and refrain from casual friendships with boys. Sudiksha didn't follow all those rules. She was a college student at the University of Pittsburgh, living her life, building her future. When she told her parents she was going to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, for spring break with her friends, they were concerned, but they let her go. And then, she vanished. No body, no conclusive evidence, just the ocean, a last known location, and silence. That's when everything changed. When Sudiksha's parents arrived in the Dominican Republic, they met with Joshua Ribe and several of Sudiksha's friends. What followed was a devastating conversation, especially when one of Sudiksha's closest friends shared something that chilled everyone present. According to local news reports from the Dominican Republic, Sudiksha appeared visibly unwell in the moments leading up to her disappearance. In fact, this very video captures her pacing through various areas, her body language tense, her expression unsettled. A close friend, whose identity we're choosing to protect for privacy reasons, shared a telling observation. Sudiksha seemed emotionally agitated and upset. What was she angry about? What pushed her to that emotional edge? Some of her friends are expected to speak out soon, and what they say may change everything. But for now, based on this footage, do you believe her friend was trying to stop her from doing something irreversible? According to Bali Ajasta, in many Indian households, especially traditional ones, a father's duty to his daughter is sacred. Her safety is his pride, her success, his purpose. Sudiksha Konanki carried that duty with honor. And when she disappeared, the silence wasn't just physical, it was spiritual. In many families, daughters are expected to follow strict rules. No outings after 8 p.m., no sleepovers, no solo travel. And when those boundaries are broken, the emotional burden falls hardest on the father. In this case, sources say Sudiksha's father felt he had failed, that he had broken his promise to protect her. And for a man raised in deep-rooted cultural values, that sense of failure was unbearable. That's what led to the decision to declare her gone, perhaps even before he was ready to accept it. In many Indian homes, mothers may not speak loudly, but they carry everything: the pain, the silence, the responsibility. Sometimes they give in, not because they want to, but because they're out of strength. They believe her soul has moved on, that the ocean claimed her, and it's time to let her rest. But this isn't just spiritual. It's cultural, it's generational, it's emotional. And, as some speculate, it may also be something else entirely. Some say there was pressure, possibly even a deal, that authorities or outside forces may have urged them to drop the case quietly. But let's go deeper. Because the letter Sudiksha's parents submitted to Dominican Republic authorities had something unusual. It was predated, and it looked like it had been prepared for them. Experts familiar with legal negotiations say this kind of thing often happens when a deal is being finalized. The documents are drafted ahead of time. Then a team is sent, either from legal, insurance, or government circles, to ensure they are signed in person. Why was this letter ready? Why was it delivered in that way? Was this really a spiritual choice, or a carefully choreographed agreement? Some of Sudiksha's friends are devastated. They lost a sister, a soulmate, someone who made them laugh and dream. But many of them refuse to talk publicly, either because of the emotional trauma or something else. There are whispers involving Joshua, questions left unanswered. And whether you believe in guilt or coincidence, one thing is clear: this silence is too heavy to ignore. Once the Konankis made the decision, everything changed. It was an agonizing moment for the entire family. And as we tell this story, our thoughts and prayers remain with them. Because behind the mystery, there is a family drowning in loss. Once Sudiksha's parents received all the information, both from her friends and local authorities, it became one of the hardest, most emotionally crushing moments of their lives. A storm of tradition, belief, guilt, and mystery fell upon the Konanki family. Our thoughts and prayers are with them as they navigate an unimaginable reality. Now, we want to hear from you. What do you think about all of this? Would you have done the same in their shoes? Or do you think there's something deeper, something still hidden behind the scenes? Some people believe they needed the death certificate for life insurance purposes. Others say they were guided spiritually. What about you? Comment below. Your thoughts matter. And don't even blink, because in our next video we're bringing you shocking new evidence, unseen footage, and witness accounts from the Dominican Republic. People who say they saw something that no one has reported yet. What they reveal will blow your mind. This is bigger than you think. This is just the beginning, and together we will uncover the truth. This video is for informational and commentary purposes only. All views expressed are based on public information, expert opinion, and protected speech under fair use.